Oh, Dr. Laura Gravel here, Campbell Care Chiropractic, and this is my series on headaches. And I wanted to do a video on cranial adjusting. Cranial adjusting, so how does it go? Cranial adjusting is the head structure here. It is many bones. They fuse to a point in adulthood. They are more pliable in children, but not to say that with us they absolutely can move and shift, and we see them on the suture lines. So there's numerous suture lines of the different parts of the cranial bones. So just like the spine, a chiropractor who has some knowledge in this area, it's called cranial adjusting. So I'm going to demonstrate a little bit about how just holding the head in certain positions can help relieve headaches. And this may be, if you come and see me in the office, this absolutely may be some place where I focus my attention. So people say it's just like getting a little bit of a head massage. It kind of is, if you want to think about it that way. There are the same bones on both sides. So just think the cranial, if there's one bone here, the same bone is on the opposite side. So it's always the hands are in the same on one side as they are on the other. So we have the frontal bone, which is right at the forehead. We have the parietal bone, which is at the side. We have the temporal bone, parietal bone, which are both at the side. We have the zygoma, which is in this area here. We have this, we also look at the sinuses. So I'm just going to show you, we look to see, I explained, like, if you have a one of those bobbleheads, and that head in a bobblehead is kind of out in space. And we can see specifically, it's like 10x what's going on, because we can see distortions in that cranial because it's just wobbling up in here, something like that. So, and we can see when people lie down, if the nose is off to one side or if the chin is angled more to the left boot, which it is here. So we place our hands in different areas, and it's just like a gentle pressure in certain directions to entrain or encourage those bones to move out of the incorrect position and into the correct position. So again, there's frontal, parietal, temporal, there is occipital, we'll get there in a moment, sinus, ones of the nose as well. So we just hold, and if the head, if it is higher on one side, we are encouraging it to go lower on that side. So there's different ways that the bones can move out of position, and we are encouraging them to move in. And you will feel an immediate release, because if there's tension in that system and torquing and twisting, that can absolutely be the cause of headaches. Second adjustment I wanted to show you is for people who have the head not down, but we see this jackknifing of the base of the skull. So the base of the skull, this is the occipital bone, is down here. We have a C1, so the first cervical bone, and they get jammed together, like jammed back this. So we may see somebody whose chin, in postural assessment, whose chin is up, but the back of the head is back, and it is just can cause headaches because there's constriction and there's jamming right back in here. So what we would do in that case, and this would be an adjustment you would receive in the office if you came to see me and I found this was an issue, is I'm going to hold right underneath the occiput, because remember they're jamming together, so we want to encourage them to go in the opposite direction. So I'm pulling gentle traction, that occiput up, so the chin goes down to give that space between first and occiput. Just think it's jammed like peanut butter, jammed together. So that's second adjustment I wanted to show. I did want to show a sinus adjustment, because in this series I have talked about how headaches can be a sinus in nature. Sinus is a cavity, hole behind here. And we want to take that and get all the stuff out that's inside. So we use our activator, which I've demonstrated before, on the frontal and the maxillary here. So we use my finger as a buffer, And we go 1, 2, 3 on the sinus, 1, 2, 3, 1 on that upper cheek and 1 on the upper cheek. That's the third adjustment I wanted to show. Fourth adjustment I wanted to show is just simply suboccipital traction. So again, if that occipital bone is either high on one side or jackknifed back this way, we want to pull it straight up. So again, my hands are going to be under that occiput, just tractioning towards me. So it's not like the chin up adjustment where we're encouraging and going in this direction. We're actually tractioning this way. So I have my hands underneath here, and we are just pulling gentle. I say I make everybody 6'7" when they leave my office. But again, if there is headaches, they can be coming from the joints of the neck that are just not moving properly, not feeding the brain that proper information. And this is a very relaxing addition to care in our office, is gentle cervical traction. So those are 4 adjustments, again, along with our headache series. So Dr. Laura Campbell Care Chiropractic, I know this was beneficial and we are here to help.